Okay, so welcome to our Team Hope call. I'm actually really excited. Today I want to talk about two things, and one is our very first, very own Team Hope Christmas Cup, which I'm really excited about, and I will explain the details in just a minute. And the second is I want to go over the leadership ladder really briefly, and then specifically go over the team leader, because I know a lot of you guys are pushing for that. Please ignore the mess in the background. I'm organizing, which takes me about 6 months, so it'll always be there. Okay, so first things first. So our team Christmas Cup. So Kim and I were masterminding one night, and our husbands happened to be with us as well, and collectively, okay, it was Weston's idea, but collectively we finessed it into something fabulous. What we thought is, we're entering a season. I know August is hard as well. We're entering a season where it is difficult to have people make that commitment. They want to change, they want to do it, but they got school starting, then they got holidays, life is busy, and they want money for other things. So we know that it's tough to hit Success Club, and it's tough to hit those Success Club points. To give our team kind of a push, to help us stay focused, we want to do what we're calling the Team Hope Christmas Cup, which is starting from August 1st, so whatever points you have currently, through December 5th, okay? Every Success Club point is $1 in the pot, okay? So every Success Club point from any Team Hope member from the 1st of August to the 5th of December is $1 in our cup. On December 5th, we will take the top 3 club point earners, and they will split the pot 3 ways. Now that's the top earners, that's the top Success Club point earners from August 1st to December 5th. So if you have a bad month, or things are slower, or you're not where you wanted to be, you still have a chance to get in on that. So it's the top 3 leaders basically in Team Hope that are hitting the highest Success Club points total for those August, September, October. It's like we have a while, and like that pot's going to get big. So it's going to be really, really exciting. And then whoever wins out of those three will have some extra Christmas funding and anything else. Did you have something you wanted to add to that, Kim?
No, just
okay.
Did you say that it goes through November? My brain.
Oh, if I did, I didn't mean that. It goes through December 5th.
There you go.
Right?
I didn't. My brain shut off for a second.
No, so I think December 5th is a Thursday, and I wanted to give us a few days in December so that as you're pushing to hit Success Club early in December, those will count towards the cup and, towards your points too. So yeah, so from August 1st to December 5th is our running of this cup. So I'm really excited. I can't wait. I think it'll be really fun. It'll be really fun to see people come out and participate. So those are already our goals anyway. This is just a little extra fun to throw in there.
Because we love you.
Yeah, because Team Hope is the best. Also, before I hit on the leadership ladder, if you have not listened to Carl Deichler's wake-up call from last week, you need to listen to that. I put it on and I was like, okay, like he's our CEO, I'm going to listen to it. But he is such a brilliant man, and he has such passion, and he was like, no nonsense, this is how you get it done. And I really appreciated his approach on every single thing he said. So I'm not even going to try to retell it to you. Just go listen to that call. It will really help you push through August and like enter this holiday season, election season, like come in with a really good, strong force. Okay. And really like changing people. It's going to be great. Okay. So now I want to screenshot. So I won't be able to see if you have like a question. You can just pipe in. You can let's see. How do I do that? Share screen. Okay, I see it. Let me pull up my ginormous. Yes, that is Ooh, I can just select. Okay, sorry, I'm learning new things. I can just select the picture, the latest picture that I had. Okay, so this is, can everybody see that it's the leadership ladder?
Yes.
Okay, sorry, because I can see you guys in my corner. Okay, so here's the leadership ladder. When you go into your back office, there's a little tab right where your Success Club points are, right to the right of that, and it shows kind of your status and where you are at with leadership and where what your benchmarks are for the month. And if you click on the bottom, you can find a sheet that explains everything, including this image, which kind of breaks down the different ladders and the different steps on the ladder, I guess. So I'm not going to go into a lot of detail with all of this, but you can see that it basically takes a brand new coach. Just by inviting people to their challenge group, they hit the business starter. So just by hitting Success Club, they are going to be in a business starter. And then you move on, and that's when you start building. You have coaches. What I like about Leadership Ladder, Team Builder and Team Leader versus just rank advancing is that this really focuses on your team and on your downline, so that you are not just creating yourself a few emeralds so that you can hit diamond. You are creating emeralds that will also, you are creating coaches that are also trying to build this business, so also trying to hit Success Club. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, so I really want to dive into Team Leader and break this down. And we'll just start with, I want to end with commissions actually. So let's start with Success Club. Success Club 5, it is on the entire leadership ladder, no matter what level you're at, which basically means, and I heard this from somebody just point blank, if you're not hitting Success Club, you don't have a business. Like, that is how you have a business in Beachbody, is if you hit Success Club. So that is always your number one, like hit Success Club 5. Diamond and above for your rank. I suggest that if you have gotten yourself to diamond, that you create yourself help yourself get to a strong diamond. So try to get 2 emeralds on both sides. I say this because this is something that I struggle with in my business center. So I always have one leg that I am always struggling to keep, even to keep my diamond status, which is like ridiculous. Okay. But that's something that I'm working on. So once you hit diamond, like, don't think I've hit it, I'm ready, I did it. This is where the real work begins. And in fact, you can see that 4 of your personally sponsored coaches need to be hitting a Success Club point at least. So that's the next one. So 4 of your coaches need to be hitting, they don't have to be in Success Club, but they need to be having success points. So they need to have somebody come join the challenge with them, somebody join their team.
Does it matter what leg they're on? It's just 4 coaches.
I believe it does not matter what leg you're on.
Okay.
It can be, so all 4 of your coaches could be on one leg, as long as you have 4 personally sponsored coaches that are hitting a Success Club point. Somewhere in there, 1 point or higher. And this is also, though, where you want to encourage your coaches to be looking at the bigger picture. So it's really great that your coaches hit a few Success Club points, and that actually is really great, and we're celebrating. But this is also where you really want to, this is where you talk to them about this very thing and say, hey, what about hitting Success Club 5 and becoming a business starter or a business builder? Okay, and then let's get into weak leg team volume. This is the one I actually get a lot of questions about. How do we get 5,000 team volume for the month on your weak leg? Before I dive into specifics, your weak leg, depending on where you are, it could be different even each month. So I was just reading this. So Beachbody, if you have 4,000 on one leg and 5,000 on the other leg, your 4,000 leg is considered your weak leg of that month. So if you happen to be one of those that's kind of evenly out, you need to make sure that whichever leg of yours is the minimum, the least amount of points, is the one that's hitting 5,000. So really you need to make sure, does that make sense? I'm hoping that it does. Did you have a question, Michelle?
It makes sense, but question, so you have to get 5,000 every month, or you just need to keep it at 5,000? for the month, like come the end of the month?
Okay, so collectively throughout the entire month, the month that you are trying to qualify as a team leader, like hit that mark, it collectively needs to be 5,000. So if you want, and every month, Michelle, it starts over again. So the next month you'll be at 0 again, trying to build up to 5,000 again. So that goes for the entire ladder.
So team volume, that doesn't have to do with the carryover for your weekly commissions then? Like if you have carryover, or does it zero out, or is that something different?
That's something different. This is going to be the 5,000 for from you down, team volume each month. And the leadership ladder zeroes out so you have to re-qualify every single month. So I mean, like last month I was a team, to go over this month I'm a business start, that kind of thing. So you just need that carryover volume. Obviously is there, counts, but really you won't see carryover volume until like commission is really where you see that, but it still counts as team volume. It's only once though, you know what I mean? When it's new volume, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense. And then I'm trying to get into my leadership ladder really quick. Where do you see your team volume? Is it just right there on the, hang on just a second.
Yeah, if you go.
Oh, team volume. It is right there.
My whole screen just started that. Did you find it, Michelle?
I think so. Is it just the bar graph?
Let me look at my.
If you look at the left side of your dashboard, like just go back to your main dashboard.
Oh yeah.
On the left-hand side by your alerts.
Okay.
Team volume, and then it'll say left leg, right leg. That's what you need to look at, because the leg with the least amount of volume needs to have 5,000.
Okay, gotcha.
So whichever leg is the least 5,000. Yeah, and it's.
So yeah, I had the team volume and the whole commission rollover thing confused, but those are separate things.
Yeah, because you're only getting that carryover volume is only going to count right there when it's new volume, and then it paid for it, once you're able to cycle off of it when they both match up.
Gotcha.
Yeah, perfect. Did you have any other questions about that, Michelle?
I don't think so. So like when you cycle every week, it doesn't take your team volume down. Like that still builds, but you'll lose your cycle because you've cycled, but that one number stays the same.
Yes. Your left and right. Yeah, your left and right volume, I believe it stays the same for the month.
That thing on the left is going to zero out every week. You're not going to see the full amount, but if you click on your volume, like if you just go up to my volume, you can see what it is each week. And then you just accumulate those four weeks, and that's what you're going to see.
Okay, thanks for clarifying that, Kim.
Yeah, that thing on the left. Remember I told you I went into my back office on a Thursday and I thought it was Wednesday and all my volume was gone and I got a heart attack. Because I didn't know what happened. Anyway, so it does zero out. That count right there, but if you go up to, you can click on team volume right there and it shows you the bar graphs, but to me that tells me nothing. Like I don't.
Right, that's me too. Gotta go right into team volume. Yeah.
So what I do is go up to my business, my volume, and then my volume again, where you can actually see hard number. You'll actually see my. I have to log back in. I love you.
And then it shows it every week.
It shows you what left side, right side each week.
Okay.
So hey Amber, I have a question for you about Brigida's retreat, Team Forward Fitness retreat that we're all kind of trying to qualify for.
Yeah.
To be able to, because we do have some people who are on inside legs and things like that. Is she going to be? Can you ask her if she's okay with? Though for those purposes, but I guess I'm trying to say like if they hit, I guess it wouldn't matter. Never mind.
Okay. If you think
Yeah, I'm just thinking the leg that nobody else is adding to is considered their weak leg, even though
it would be. Well, like if you were a lone person, like your week leg really will come down to just whichever one happens to have less that month. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
you're a lot of people. This is actually pretty common, even for people who have strong legs that were given strong legs. Okay, disappear, buddy. Even
Hi, buddy.
those who were given strong legs, if eventually like.
I was like that for a while. I was equal for a while, and then
So if you're equal, so if you're starting out and you don't have a lot of team volume, it is going to be tough. This is going to be an ambitious, like it's going to be tough, but you could do it. What do you think, Kim?
Oh,
okay. Let's be realistic. I have 8 on my strong leg, 2 on my weak leg, with 1 active coach.
I mean, you have to be adding every single month, or it won't happen.
Let me show you. I just stopped the share. I'm going to pull up that image, Kim, that you sent me.
Okay.
So Michelle, this was an image from
Summit.
Can you see it? Oh, let's see. I didn't say share yet. Sorry. And Kim, I'm going to mute myself. I've got to go take care of my kids. Can you?
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so I went to a thing that Shay Stanford and I don't know what her name was. Shay Stanford and somebody else did on becoming a team builder. I'm excited for that to hit the back office so you guys can watch it. I'm hoping theirs is on because they did such a well thought out presentation. But this is one of the screenshots that they showed. So how to get to 5,000 points. It's a little confusing because they switch back and forth on tenses here, but 5,000 points for a month, and you obviously have to make $1,000 a month, so $250 a week. So then this volume per leg is per week. So you want 15 home direct orders on your weak side leg every week. That's just if you're going off of home direct orders. That's nobody purchasing a challenge pack. That's nobody ordering any random programs. Do you know what I mean? Like our team volume last week, because Country Heat came out, was crazy. I'm sure if you go look at your points from last week, they're probably higher than most weeks because there are people, you know what I mean? Like when we purchase things, that pumps up team volume. Does that make sense? So like it can be done, you know what I mean? But I think it's wise to realize that you do need, to be adding. I mean, I would say try to add 3 to 5 coaches a month. That's always been what they've told us for those of us wanting to build a full-time income. You know what I mean? Like, I think sometimes, a lot of the times we want to talk about the bare minimum because we don't want to scare people away. But when you're talking about this level of full-time income, be a team builder. Team builder is not dabbling. Team builder is not hobby coaches. Team builder is building a business, And so I would say, if you were starting from 0 today, you could achieve this by, November. Easy. Not easy, but with consistent effort. And so, I mean, like it says, 15 downline coaches, per week hitting. And that's not just you, that's the whole team working together, that kind of thing. So it's possible, but I think you've got to be adding 3 to 5 coaches a month. Questions, comments, general wonderments?
So is that 15 PS downline coaches, or that's just
full downline?
Okay.
All downline coaches, yeah.
And that could also be like if you sell a challenge pack that week. I mean, it's not a downline coach, but that counts as somebody getting on it, right?
Or if they order something, you know what I mean? Like I randomly go in and order those bands, that gives the people above me volume, you know what I mean? Like we order the performance line, that gives the whole team volume, you know what I mean? So this is just something that you can control yourself, well, for the most part. It's just like easy to see it, you know what I mean? Challenge packs actually have less PV than HD orders. Like most of us sell 21-day fixed challenge packs, which are 45 PV, right? That's right. Right. Anyway, so, but if you have, if you're setting 3 people up every month with a 21-day fixed challenge pack, what's 45 times 3? 90. I have no idea. My brain shut off. 120, something like that. Anyway, so I mean, there's that, and then those 3 people, because you're giving them an amazing fitness experience. They want to continue on, so they're going to order next month, and you're even going to sign them up as a coach. So now they're going to, you know what I mean? Like, and they don't even have to be a coach. You know what I mean? Like, if you're keeping them. But the best way to do it is to get people, not get people, but give people amazing fitness experiences so that they either want, 1, to coach as well, or 2, that they're referring people to you. And if they're going to refer people to you, set them up as a coach, have them help 2 people, get set up to come with them, that kind of thing. That builds team volume. You know what I mean? So, and maybe we could even do, well, no, I don't want to do that, but, I don't want to think too deeply about it. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's when we all have gotten in trouble over the last 18 months to 2 years, is trying so hard to like hit those numbers that we've just stopped focusing on helping people. You know what I mean? Like, just help people, help 3 people a month. You know what I mean? Like, invite them to sign up with the coach account, because you guys, it's the best deal. Not because you want them on your team, not because you want it, but because it literally is the best deal. I am shouting this from the rooftops lately because it's like a light bulb went off. My business saw the most substantial growth when I was not trying to build a team. I signed it was like 17 to 20 coaches in my first few months as a coach, not wanting to build a team, because I literally did not want to build a team, but I knew it was the best deal. So I just very honestly and unapologetically told people that, like, hey, you're going to want to sign up with a coach account because it'll give you a discount next month.
Do you feel that, though, my thought on that is I agree, but also like the whole success starter, like they won't have that opportunity to be a success starter because they probably won't even go into the business for a couple months. So do you wish, or do some of them wish, that they would have had a great customer experience and then signed as a coach and got success starter?
That's a good point. It's honestly something I've not really thought a whole lot about. To be honest with you, I've stopped signing people as a coach that way. But that's what I did in the beginning. And it wasn't because I was trying, so you could, after 2 months, be very honest and say, hey, like, I'm totally behind that, Michelle. Like, I get that. That's a very good point. It just is the best deal. So when you see somebody who's about to, my thing is I have a hard time letting them order that next bag when they could be saving $15. You know what I mean? Like, so I at least like to mention it, I mentioned it in my groups actually. And then, if you have somebody that looks potential, you can usually tell in your groups if they're going to be, really do well with it. You know what I mean? And for me anymore, like, I'm being really specific about who I want in my tribe, who I want on my team. And I really have always been so turned off by that, my tribe thing, but like, it makes so much sense, guys. Like, you guys, these moms on this call right now, people like me, you know what I mean? Like, that's who we want to attract, not just anybody who will sign up, because guys, they will make you crazy and you will start to not like doing this. So find those. So it's like, yeah, you might have somebody who's like, oh, a business opportunity? Wonderful. I would love a business opportunity. Well, I don't want somebody who wants a business opportunity. I want somebody who wants to help other people. I want somebody who wants to continue working on their fitness goals while inspiring other people to do those. And at the same time, change the financial situation for their families. That's who I'm looking for anymore. You know what I mean? Like, and so, I don't know. Sorry, tangent.
And let me add to that too, is it doesn't mean that, and that's who you're looking for as challengers as well, because our challengers become our coaches. And so I personally think that it's still, I don't know why. Sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. It's a feel. It's totally a case by case thing on whether or not I ask them about the coaching thing first. Like, some people, I'm like, they really need to try Shakeology for an entire month before I ask them if they want a coach account. Does that make sense? Like, they're just not they would be scared if I said
Yeah.
whatever. But I do think, like, and my personal experience is, like, I signed up because of the discount. It was like 4 months later, 6 months later before I decided to business build. And I wonder if I would have decided to ever do that if I didn't already have a coach account. Like, it was very easy and natural to transition into, well, now I just have to tell people what I'm doing. Like, I didn't have to think about all the, I don't know, you know. So, and I don't even know if there was a business starter when I started coaching, but I don't know if I've never heard anybody say, I wish I would have qualified for that. Like, I wish I would have. I do hear people say, though, I wish I would have started in on the business earlier, like, instead of waiting for my transformation. And that's just you as a coach. You can kind of feel them out and take case by case. But and really, to add to what Kim was saying is, and I missed all the volume stuff, but I was thinking myself about, okay, how could I, if I was going to go from square one to get myself to 5,000, you know, volume points, because even though I hit those goals already, that doesn't, like, it's a really good goal for me personally to, like, 5,000 higher, you know, than where I'm at. And I really, truly think that it's going to start, it always has started. Those ones that stay, so the ones that actually create the volume, are the ones that are successful challengers. So it is like, I think that so often I want to speed the process up really fast. And instead, you got to just slow it down a little bit. And I realize we have like a November, December kind of a timeline to get ourselves to this goal. But it really comes with creating really dynamite groups August, September, you know, like dynamite groups where they're going to want to come back. They're going to want to bring their friends with them and continue that way. Hopefully that, I don't know.
I just want to say ditto, because that's totally what it is too. That's kind of like Team Hope's new focus right now. It's just giving people extraordinary fitness experiences, you know, so that when people do want to, you know, do decide that they see, because we should also be sharing the business opportunity, you know what I mean? But they can see, you know, what we're about and why we do this, you know, and you don't burn out, you guys. Like, man, I've gone through so many varying levels of burnout because I'm just focusing on the wrong parts.
It's so true. Like, I think back to when I was a first coach and I was like running around without a chicken without my head on, but I was having these challengers that were like 50 pounds lost, you know, 60 pounds lost. I was running 90-day challenge groups, like, but like the fire was like all over the, I mean, and nowadays, like, I don't suggest 90-day groups. Definitely 30 days is like what I do right now. But like, it's just about bringing that energy back again. And instead of being like, is this person going to be my next coach? Be like, is this person going to really reach her health goals? Like, what do I do to help her get there? And like, you seriously can't even you can have it in the back of your head, like, she would make a good coach, you know, or whatever. But that's the other thing that they said at Summit too, is or maybe it was a wake up call, I don't know. You never ever know who your next coach is. So like, you could have a challenger that is joining your challenge group and you're like, I don't know if like her personality is really for it. And if you just like let her slip through the cracks of your challenge group because you're like grooming your next coaches or whatever, you'll lose out on somebody that could have been a top elite coach. Like, anyway. So that goes back to the everyone matters too, which was last year's theme. And that's something definitely carrying over this year. Everyone matters, and how do we help that one be stronger? And if you're doing those things, then the rest really will fall in. Now, we do have a crunch, so it means you do have to talk to more people. You do have to invite more people, and that's why you got to listen. That's like Carl's whole thing too. We have to open it up. We have to be bold and brave, and not because we want to hit these like phenomenal business goals, which we will, but because we like genuinely care about the people we're talking to. It's like, be bold, because you don't want that person to wait. Like, dude, what is it going to take? Like, how much money do you need to save? Let's figure this out. Like, instead of like, well, she's not ready yet. Like, why isn't she ready yet? Like, dig a little deeper. Well, yeah, I know. I wasn't going to quote any of his call, but there I went and did some of it. Okay, so.
Love it.
Anyway, I think that is pretty much it. If there's not any other questions or anything, And for those listening to the recording, you can pop questions in the comments about the leadership ladder or about where you're at, or send messages. This hopefully gave us like a good overall
overview of it.
A good overview of it. And I didn't mention the last one, which was commissions, which was $1,000 in a month. But my personal opinion is that if you're hitting all those other ones, that is like a given already. So does that make sense? Okay. All right. You guys are awesome.
So starting from square one, is 3 to 5 challengers a month enough? I mean, not that I'm saying that I want to like only focus on the bare minimum, but what?
That's a good question.
I think if some of them are turning into coaches who are then also bringing people in, I mean, like, you can do the math, you know what I mean? Like, and say, okay, well, by, what's the thing, November, by November, I need to have 15 HD orders going down this leg, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, 5 is enough, as long as they all stay on Shakeology. You can do that all by yourself, you know what I mean?
But it's 15 a week.
Right, sorry, a week. So, I mean, like, think about that. So what is that a month? Why can't I pick it up?
It's 60 a month.
60, I'm like, why can't I add that? I was doing 45, which is really difficult as well.
Yes, that is tricky. 15's a little easier.
I'm sorry, my brain broke. It always was in math. But yeah, so 60 a month. So to get there in, you have August, September, October, and November. Do you have to do it? It's just for December, right, Amber?
She didn't know yet. She said it was going to be either November or December. I have a feeling she'll probably say either qualify November or qualify December. So like one of those months you've got to hit eventually.
So let's say August, September, October. Let's say you have 3 months. So that's getting 20 people, a month on that leg as HD order. I'm assuming you already have some on HD, you know what I mean? Like either from you or, I'm trying to pull you up. But if you were starting from 0 and you were working all by yourself and you were like out all by yourself with nobody adding or subtracting to you, 20 HD orders a month, they'll get you there. So if you yourself brought in, let's say you brought in 10 this month, you know what I mean? Like, and that's with your existing orders and things like that. And then next month, 2 of your people bring in 3. Well, there's 6 right there. You know what I mean? So like if you only had 1 new person hit Success Club every month, I really think you could do it, Michelle.
Okay. So if they're just customers, so they're not coaches, if they're just customers that are on the HD, do they go to your strong leg or your weak leg? Or is it team volume, meaning they have to be, I think I'm thinking this wrong.
I think that
they have to be coaches, huh?
They have to be coaches. It's team volume, not PV. We keep saying PV, and it's team.
It's TV.
So yeah, that's what I want, to be adding them as coaches and reaching out to those who have signed up to you. That's where I'm starting. Is I'm making sure that all of my existing coaches are on HD. I'm making sure that all of my people who.
The cute freeze face.
That was a cute one. So we need to be reaching back out to our previous customers that aren't on HD anymore or are on HD, convert them to coaches and get them back into challenge groups and find out why they stopped or what their new goals are.
And ask them if they want to be in another challenge. Like, ask them if they want that support. And yeah, if you have customers that are on HD, it's probably a good idea anyway for them just to switch over to a coach account. I still have a few though that still are like, hi, there's still always going to be those few, but that's definitely what I suggest. And like, really, Michelle, like, I know you, and I know you're trying to do this. I mean, I know that you are making this like a bit, you want this as a business. So I definitely think that Success Club 10 is a minimum. Like, success of 10 is probably a really good benchmark. And then really helping, your challengers succeed and help them like bring friends into, help them. Cam, we lost you.
I know my iPad died. I'm sorry. The story of my life right now is thinking iPad.
I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording.